Hello, I'm Jimmy A. Today I'm going to play and sing a tune for you called Amazing Grace. And this is an effort to show you how to do it yourself. People in the past learned to play by ear simply by watching somebody else play and then copying what they did. So I'm going to give you an opportunity to do that during the first part of this video. I'll play through the tune and you can watch me play it, and then you can run it back as many times as you like, even slow it down using the settings button on YouTube. It'll go down to 50% or 75%, whatever you select, so that you can just follow along and copy what I do. If that's enough for you, the first part of the video will be all you'll need. After we finish with that, I will go ahead and describe for you in detail how exactly I play these chords and what I am doing. But if you don't need that, you don't have to watch it. In any case, I'm hoping that you're going to enjoy Amazing Grace, the way that I perform it for you and the way that you learn how to play it. Amazing grace, how sweet the sound that saved a wretch like me. I once was lost, but now am found, was blind, but now I see. 'Twas grace that taught my heart to fear, and grace my fears relieved. How precious did that grace appear the hour I first believed. Through many dangers, toils, and snares I have already come. 'Twas grace that brought me safe thus far, and grace will lead me home. When we've been there 10,000 years, bright shining as the sun, we've no last days to sing God's praise than when we'd first begun. Than when we'd first begun. And when we'd first begun. All right, so that is how you play and sing Amazing Grace using 4 chords that I am going to show you what I'm doing with. The first chord is F. F, A, C, F. Okay? Now, the piano keys are named with 7 different names. On the bottom of the piano you have an A, the next white key is a B, then a C, a D, an E, an F, and now a G. Then it starts over again with another A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Then another A, B, C, D, E, F, G, and it goes that way all the way to the top of the piano, winds up on a C. The highest note on the piano, 88 key piano, is a C. So if you're trying to figure out what is the name of one of these white keys, just start out the bottom and notice that the bottom key is an A, B, C. Then straight up from there is another C, straight up from there another C. Finally you get the middle C, which is the middle of the piano, middle C, and it goes all the way up to the high C on the right end. So that'll give you the names of the white keys. The black keys take their names from the white keys. So sometimes a black key is called by the white key which is below it, and sometimes the one that's above it. So take for instance the key that's right above middle C. we have C sharp, so that's because it's right above the white key called C. We also call it D flat, because it's right below the white key that's called D. So that's how you get the names of the black keys. So when I say B flat, what I'm talking about is the B key, the white key, the black key that's just below it, that's B flat. But if I said C sharp, I'd be talking about the black key that's above the C. But I might also be trying to call that D flat. Anyhow, that's all you have to know about the names of the keys. But I wanted to tell you that much before I start naming keys to play. Okay, now here's how I'm playing these chords specifically. I'm playing an F chord, 2 F's on my left hand, F, F, another F here, and one up here. The middle fingers are A and C. So that's the F chord I'm using. Then to get the F7th, I'm keeping the left hand, but instead of the pinky here, it's going here. So I'm starting the tune, Amazing Grace, like that, from F to F7. Then I'm switching to B flat. So to get there, I'm moving up on the left hand to 2 B flats. And my right hand, my thumb is staying on the F. My index finger is moving to the B flat. Then my middle finger is moving to the D, and my top finger is moving back over to the F again. So I really got B, D, F with another F here to get to the B flat. And then I'm back to the F. So the top line of the tune is Amazing Grace, how sweet the sound. So that's the whole top line of the tune. That's 1/4 of the tune. The second line is just 2 F's and a C7 that saved a wretch like. Now to get the C7th, my left hand's going over to 2 C's. My right hand is going to keep the C that's in the middle. So I've got 3 C's in this chord. Then the rest of the chord is C, E, and then G and B flat. That's my C7th. C, E, G, and B flat. So the second line is that saved a wretch like me. Back to an F. I once was lost. Now that F7th again, but now the B flat, I'm found. The F was blind, but now the C7th. Remember, I'm keeping all these C, this middle C, moving over to these 2 C's to get this C7th. Moving my finger from the F to the G, index finger to the B, pinky over here to the E. So what I've got is a C, an E, a G, a B. C, E, G, B for the C7th. Now I see. So from the top, Amazing Grace, F7, now B flat, sweet, the F sound. That F saved, an F wretch, like C7th me. Notice I did that C7th twice. I F once was lost, but now am found. Was blind, but now I see. And those are all the chords. So when you look at the chord sheet, you'll notice that the first verse has the chords noted on it. The second verse doesn't, and neither does the third or the fourth verse. But the end of the fourth verse, you'll notice that the last line is repeated 3 times. That's because at the end of the tune, to end the tune, it's always nice to play that last line 3 times, which is, then when we first begun, then when we first begun, then when we first begun, to end the tune. Also, that last line makes a real good introduction to the tune. And but the way to do that is to do the chords without singing the words. then start singing the song. Amazing grace, how sweet the sound that saved a wretch like me. I once was lost, but now am found. Was blind, but now I see. And so that's the way that you play the chords for this tune. Okay, so you just practice that over and over again, and you'll have those 4 chords memorized. You'll develop what is called muscle memory in your hands. You'll be able to play it. So I think that that's probably about all that you need to know in order to play this tune. There's one more thing that I'd like to cover before I end this video, and that is that in this particular tune I am using the pedal on the piano. It's called a sustain pedal, and it's on the right hand side of the bottom of the pedal, in the middle of the piano. It's called a sustain pedal. Anyhow, what it does is when you play a note on the piano, if you let up with your finger, it stops. If you hold that sustain pedal down, it keeps going. Hear how it sustains the sound. So I'm using that in order to, because this is a slow tune, I'm using it to help me get from one chord to the next without cutting it off abruptly. So I'm going, amazing grace, how sweet the sound. Okay, so using that sustain pedal, I can move from one chord to the next, and then my foot, because that foot is coordinated with my right hand, is not going to be a problem. Your mind will just kind of tell you when to let up. So you don't really have to think about it. You just put your foot over that pedal and listen to what you're doing, and you'll let up at the right time automatically. So I just wanted to add that to this video. I hope you've enjoyed this video, and if you did enjoy it, I hope you'll give me a thumbs up or maybe even a comment. Thank you very much for watching. Goodbye.